The purpose of this lesson today is to introduce to you Canvas and the Canvas Learning Management System. Remember, in Canvas, you have the ability to turn in your media projects, to view any media that your teacher wants to share with you, to access your coursework from anywhere, especially when you're absent, to access your grades, to move at your own pace, and finally to communicate with your teacher. So when you log into your Canvas account, this screen here is the first screen that you'll see. And we'll talk about the white part of the screen in a moment, but first let's talk about the menu off to the left-hand side. This is your account tab, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. I want to first bring you down here to courses. Whenever you are trying to find your way around this site, many different tabs will lead you to the same spot. So anywhere you see this word courses, if you click on there, you will see your course that you are enrolled in. This is my course. And when you click on that, you'll wind up at that same front page. So that's your courses tab. Next is your inbox tab. This is how you will contact your teacher or anyone else in the class. So if you click on inbox, and if you want to write a note to your teacher or anyone else, you'll come up here to the leaf and you'll select your course first, and then select who you want to send it to. Now if you don't know my name yet, your teacher's name, you can always come over here and look for teachers, and you have only one teacher. Put any subject you want, and then go ahead and message your teacher. And then you'll go ahead and send it. If you needed to send an attachment to your teacher, you could. And you could record an audio or video comment if you have access to audio or video. And now you have sent a message to your teacher. Incidentally, if anyone has sent you a message, right here next to your inbox would be a bubble that would say you have a message. So next, let's come up here to the account tab, because we need to make some changes to this account. First of all, let's go to Profile. So first of all, here you can change your profile picture just by clicking on the pencil. You can take a picture of yourself using your camera, or you can upload any picture you like. Next, to edit the things in here, you will click on Edit Profile. So if you wanted to put a title here, I'm a teacher. If you wanted to put a biography here, and here you could put whatever you want as far as having links attached to your biography. This would be if you had your own blog or your own website. You need not be concerned with that. Go ahead and save your profile. So next, Files. You won't really use that at all. Settings. This is what we're going to change next. So there's some settings over here. One thing that's really important to do is to come over and add an email address. That is so you can get email alerts. I strongly urge you to use your school email address. So that would be your 890 blah 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 at rcsd121.org. Or if you want to get notifications via text message, you can put in your phone number there. So those are ways that you can be notified. It just helps out the whole system if you enter your email address there. I'm going to enter mine, which is a little different from yours. Okay, thanks. So you would have to go into your email for the district and finish registering. Okay, so there's nothing else really on this page that you need. So don't worry about any of this. That is all that you need to worry about is your email address on there. So next, up here with notifications, this is how you can decide what things that you want to be notified of. So now that there's an email address, now we can decide, okay, what do I want to even know about? And this X here is where you don't get any notification at all. So do I need due date? No. Do I need grading policies? No. Do I want announcements? You probably won't get any from me, so I'm just going to click no. Grading. Of course you want to know when you've gotten something graded. You'll get notified right away if you click the check mark. You'll get one email per day of a summary of all of this stuff, a weekly summary, which doesn't make sense for some things. And then here is do not send me anything. So when it comes to a grade, I want it immediately. When it comes to my teacher leaving me a comment, I want to see it immediately. I don't know what Blueprint Sync is. We're not going to do discussions. Basically, you can just go ahead and click on all these X's because we're not going to do any of this stuff in our class. And that's it for notifications. So we've looked at an account, we've looked at notifications, that is how you are going to get information from me immediately to your phone or your email. Your profile, we went there and we changed your picture, files, we're not going to use settings, we've changed only adding an email address, and we're not going to worry about e-portfolios. So now we've discussed the inbox, how you message your teacher, courses, how you can always quickly get to your course. In fact, we're going to do that right now, and your account. So we click on courses and we click on Intro to DMA Marking Period 1. So here on the front screen, before we start clicking around, a couple things. First of all, on the right hand side here, recent feedback, you'll see that my quiz has been graded. I'm a student here. So here I've taken quiz number 1, it's been graded, and here's the grade that I got, 14 out of 14. And you'll see here next to the word grades, that number 1, that means that something has been graded and I can look at it. Also, if you have any messages as to anything going on in the class, things that are due, those things will appear right here. So the most important part of your entire experience here is always clicking on modules. If you click on modules, you'll see that your course is set up with a certain amount of modules. This first module is your introduction module. Think of it as a unit. So with Canvas, you can work your way through the course at your own pace. So you'll see that I have my first assignment here was called Introduction to this course. And to do this assignment, all I had to do was look at it. And because there's a green check mark here, that means I've completed it. So to give you an idea of what it looks like, it's just if you missed the first day of class, then you need to watch the video. That's it. And then you click on Next. So you can go through your coursework with the Next buttons, or you can always click on modules, see where you are, and go to the next assignment that has no check mark. So you'll see I've done the top 3. And always beneath each one, it tells you exactly what you're supposed to do to be able to pass that assignment. So this one here, I scored 14 points, but I had to score at least 8 points to be able to move on to the next. Here, I only had to mark it as done to move on to the next. And you'll see that in order to go on to this logo unit, I have to, a prerequisite, something that's required to do before this, is the introduction to digital media arts, which is this first unit. So it's very important that, well, it won't let you go further. So if you find yourself not able to click on something, it's because it's still locked. Next down here is grades. What's really cool about grades is, first of all, I can see what my grade is right now. Right now I have one thing graded, that's this quiz, which I've gotten a 14 out of 14 on. which gives me 100%. And these things here means that they have not been graded yet. Now, what's really awesome about Canvas is I can think about how will me missing something affect my grade. For example, let's say I didn't feel like doing this Canvas intro assignment. So I'm going to click here and enter a 0. Then I'm going to click off, and now you'll see that that has affected my grade dramatically by me blowing off that assignment. I now have a 31%. Okay, well let's say I'm going to do awesome on this assignment, and I'm going to get a 30. That's a 30 out of 30. That's 100%. Okay? Click out of the box, and now I'm still failing. I'm still failing because I have this 0. So these grades here, they're not real grades. They're just a way for you to understand how you are affecting your own grade. And you'll see here that you can view your grades based on what-if scores. So these are what-if scores. So this doesn't really affect your grade in any way. It's just for you yourself to see how you will, how your actions will affect your grade. So if I come back to here, it goes back to my original score. So the final tab available to you over here is called Pages. And this is where you will find some resources from your teacher. Here's resources, so everything you need from my class. There is the link to every single thing you will need in my class. So here's one more set of resources, and this is for when you start building your website. I have some resources here that will help you learn how to use the website builder we're going to use, which is called Wix. So thank you for taking your time to watch this video. You now have learned your way around Canvas. Take some time, really figure out how it works, and you'll see that this is a really powerful way to take any course.